the voice of your community. 107.3 HFM.
107.3 HFM. You are with us live and local at the Armadale Let's Connect Expo at the Armadale District Hall, number 7 Orchard Avenue in Armadale. And the reason why I'm being so enunced about that is because I've got it wrong every time I've said it so far today.
I think everyone's got it now.
I've been here since 10 o'clock this morning. Thank you for joining me for this leg, Kay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
You've been out and about having a look at the stalls and wrangling some people?
I've been schmoozing. Yeah, it's hard work.
It's good fun, isn't it?
There's such nice people here. They're just delightful.
Speaking of nice people,
yes, we have
Lisa is here from Kids Are Kids. And look, kids are not just kids, we're big kids too.
Yeah, talking about stating the obvious a little bit. Kids Are Kids, and we used to be kids. So tell us about what Kids Are Kids does.
Thank you for having me. Kids Are Kids is a not-for-profit charity who work with children 0 to 18, providing speech pathology, occupational therapy, physiotherapy and psychology services. So individualised quality services helping children reach their potential is what we're all about, helping them flourish, helping them their school, their daily tasks at home, and just helping them be kids, helping them
That's a huge challenge, because the waiting list for programs like that is immense, isn't it?
It can be, yes.
You're nodding, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So how do people cut through that massive waiting list? If you're a parent who's got a child and you're thinking, maybe they're not developing the way the other kids at playgroup are, what would they do?
Yeah, I think it depends on the individual circumstances of that family. Some families are actually with young children eligible for NDIS funding to help them look at the diagnostic journey and assessments and things. As other families have already seen, say, paediatricians or got a diagnosis, maybe seen through Perth Children's Hospital and have a diagnosis where they're eligible for funding to get therapy services. But many families are just sort of struggling without having knowing what's going on with their child. Something might be a little bit unusual or concerning to the family, and sometimes going to their GP can be a first port of call, or their child health nurse. But we're happy to take inquiries and help point people in the right direction of what suits them in terms of how they can get the supports that they need, and then if they are needing some therapy services, we're able to deliver that as well. Kids Are Kids is really set up 25 years ago to try to make sure that all children can have access to therapy, so regardless of their socioeconomic background, cultural background, whatever their needs are, that everyone has the right to the support that they need to reach their potential. That's why we exist.
It's unwritten rule, isn't it, that we want our kids to have better than we had ourselves, and to help them do as best they can.
Yes.
Now, I know that you guys have a relationship with Telethon.
Yes, we've very thrilled to be a Telethon beneficiary for the first time this year.
Congratulations.
Yes, so we've got a grant to basically look at early literacy for vulnerable children in the Armadale area. We're working with Gwyn Park Primary School, providing speech, OT, physio and psychology actually in the schools, particularly targeting the younger kids, the kindy and pre-primary children. Identifying those that are showing some signs of needing a bit of extra support, and linking them in with either our services or other services that are most suitable for them if they maybe are eligible for funding, helping those families access those services and the funding so that they can get the early intervention where it makes the most difference, because the earlier you can help the kids, the better outcomes you get. So we're trying to take this therapy to the kids.
I know teachers are got so much stuff that they're trying to get through in a day, but I presume that by giving them some extra skills sometimes, that can make it easier for them to pick up if there's
absolutely. And part of this project as well, it's a pilot project that we're gathering data and hoping that we can grow it in future years, but we're embedding a trauma-informed approach in the classroom and upskilling all the teachers and all the education staff on that approach, which has got a lot of evidence for getting the best outcomes for children with literacy issues. And obviously by working alongside the teachers and developing this program with them, we're hoping that even when the grant's finished and we need to step out of the school, all the skills and strategies and resources that we've developed with the teaching staff will help the children in years to
Absolutely.
come as well. So it's benefits way beyond the grant program.
What a delightful program.
Yeah, we're really excited about it and really thrilled to have telethon support and be working with them to help some of the most vulnerable children in Perth.
And you're focusing in particular on the very local community here with that telethon funding, which is...
Yes, so we've also... we have a base in Bateman and Rockingham, but we've just recently purchased a residential property and converted it to a therapy facility right here in Armadale, just a few streets away, in fact, in Clarence Road. So we just opened that officially a couple of weeks ago, and we can offer centre-based services there, and we were really keen to sort of get some funding and some grant support, and really appreciate telethon giving us that funding so that we can get out in the community and help the kids that might not have the capacity to access our services otherwise.
You're able to grow the services in the very, very local area. Although you do have metropolitan and country reach as well?
Yes, we've got a contract with WA Country Health Services to provide speech and OT and psychology to some of the regional and remote areas where they don't have the local staff available, or to help them with their wait list. So that's all through telehealth. And we've been doing that long before telehealth became such a fashionable thing with COVID. And that's really exciting too, because many of those kids sit on wait lists for months and years at a time, especially if that region's short-staffed. So to be able to offer them, a quality service and help them as well is really important. Kids to Kids is particularly, we're all about helping all children, but we're particularly interested in the children that sort of fall through the cracks in the systems and kind of get left behind with other sort of funded services. So
you do have a very individualised kind of program, don't you? So it doesn't matter what culture parents might come from or families might come from, you can adapt the child's needs to the culture that they're coming from.
Yes, because we are so individualised, we really can cater to those individual needs and make sure it's meaningful. And it's really important to us that, all our families and children, we have a genuine relationship, and they don't feel like they're sort of on a production line just sort of receiving services. They're an active part in that they're the leader of the services, and we sort of work alongside them and follow their lead and give them guidance and support and advice, if they would like it, from our professional therapeutic point of view. But the parents and the children are their own experts in what they need and what's most important in their life, and all the goals that we're working on are generated by the parents or the children themselves.
So if there's one last question, is what can the community do to help you? Is it about raising awareness, or is there something else?
Yeah, I think the local community here spreading the word that we hear is great. I think we're already building up networks with other agencies that support children and families in the area, and really keen to build those relationships, because we think you get the best outcomes for people if we all work together to support people. So if there's any other agencies out there that would like to work alongside us, we're thrilled to get to know them, and really wanting to build relationships with corporates out this way too, in terms of maybe funding some of the projects we have going. We've got a therapy scholarship program that we're currently looking for funding, and that provides free therapy services to children who apply, and it tends to go to children who are the families just don't have any capacity to pay for any therapy themselves. They might be ineligible for NDIS funding, or just don't have the capacity to even go and investigate that. They're so overwhelmed as a family with multiple needs and demands. And that therapy scholarship program is probably one of our favourite programs, and it really changes lives. So
that's amazing.
If anyone would like to donate, we'd love to talk to them.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much, Lisa. It's lovely to have you here.
They can contact you on
9313 6566.
9313 6566.
Yep. Or info@kidsarekids.org.au.
Yeah, Kids Are Kids. Find it on social media or the website. It'll be there.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa.
And just as we're going back to the studio, just in case anyone was wondering, that quick quiz question is: the noise in the background was somebody transferring ice from one esky to the other.
It was the rapid relief team rapidly relieving some ice from one bucket to another.
Wonderful.
You're on 107.3 HFM. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks,
Let's have
Lisa.
some music. Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks.